Hey guys, Caleb with DSLR Video Shooter. I'm gonna do a really quick video showing you a ton of stuff that'll pretty much change your life if you haven't used it and you get some of this stuff. This is all production gear that I use a lot, and this stuff isn't expensive. So pretty much everything you see here you can get on Amazon for pretty affordable, but it is invaluable stuff. So let's just jump straight in. I'm gonna move fast because we have a lot to cover. First, I wanna talk about these little travel bags. You can get these in packs. They're little dividers and whatnot, and they're clear so you can see what's inside, and they're just little zippers. And so I have one here with an LED power supply, and then another with C47 clips, which is another thing you really want to have. So you can get a pack, a little kit with different sizes, assorted sizes, and then those C47s you can just get a giant bag. And if you have Amazon Prime, this is a no-brainer. You can get a ton of this stuff with free shipping for 2 days. Next up, we have these sandbags. I've talked about these in the past, but you really can't go wrong with these. I've got a pack of 4 that cost me almost nothing, and I like the ones with the stripes because it's high visibility, but you can also put your name on the lighter stripes, which is great. And then we have clamps. I've talked a lot about clamps in the past, and I love clamps. I use clamps to hold and store my clamps. I like these ones that are really strong, the ones you can barely open. And an example of how I would use these is if we're doing a shoot and we move a table in a dining room and the chandelier's hanging too low, you can grab the chain, lift it up, and reattach it near the top using a clamp. We've done that in the past. I definitely recommend you get the ones that have holes in them so you can do something like this. This is a little 1/4 male stud here on the actual threaded through the clamp, so you can attach this to a table, put a monitor on it, a light, a mic, anything. So clamps are awesome. To hold my clamps, I use rope. So you can buy a bag of rope and do stuff like this, keep your clamps all together, or keep your gaff tape all together, which is great. And I can't do a video like this without talking about gaff tape. It's great to have several different colors. You can use it to label things, as we'll look at in a second. I like the high visibility, this green, if you want to mark down some sticks or cables, or mark down where you want your actors to be. So those are great. Also, I've got them all on a rope, so I just grab this whole thing and I have all my gaff tape ready to go. Next up are HDMI cables. It's really good to have really long HDMI cables. You never know when you're gonna have to mount a camera really high or far away, or run an extra monitor somewhere. So it's great to have really long ones. I found these to be really high quality and cheap. These are the blue rigger cables, and so you can get them, I have a 10, a 15, and I really do need something like a 25 or a 50. So I keep those in a bag, and this is the bag here. I've done a video on this. Picked this up real cheap. It's just like a cable bag for your car, but you can stick really anything in it. And another HDMI cable I really like to have is this guy right here. I found this on Amazon after lots of searching, and it's just a full HDMI to full HDMI, so you can adapt it to whatever, but it has a really thin cable and it's very flexible, whereas some of these other ones you can buy are really tough to maneuver and you're afraid it's gonna torque and bend or damage your camera. So having a couple of these little ones are perfect for various rigs, and really like those. Next up, we have the Slate. You gotta have a Slate, and it's great for all kinds of different uses. I've found that I actually don't like using the dry erase. I either like a grease pen, which is easily removable, or even better, I actually use gaffer's tape. So what I do is on the back of the Slate, I have all these numbers here, numbers for my scene and take. So what I'll do is I'll just rip them off, throw them on the front here, and then I go ahead and slate, and then I can put them back on the back, switch out for a different number. It's a really fast system, and you don't get that nasty marked up slate over time, and it's just a great way to slate everything. So slates are really cheap. You can get that on Amazon as well. Next up, this is probably my favorite. This is like a spider or octopus power strip. So power strips are a pain because if you try to add those big bricks that come with a lot of power supplies, it doesn't really work. You maybe can use 2 or 3. Whereas this guy, it splits out, so you're able to run all kinds of different cables. And so what I usually do is I have 3 of these. I have 2 that go with me wherever I go, and I have 1 here at the studio, and I have all of my battery chargers on one of these, which is awesome. Has a nice switch here so you can power everything down. It just really gives you a lot of flexibility for running power. While we're talking about running power, we need to talk about extension cords. And these you can get all kinds of different packs on Amazon for really cheap. So I just bought a bunch, different lengths. And these are fantastic. You gotta have extension cords. And a lot of this stuff we forget about because we're thinking about monitors and cameras, but these are crucial. So definitely pick yourself up a bunch of power cords and extension cords. And I also really like to have these little cord organizers. You can get packs of these things. You can get the colored ones, which are great, and just makes things nice and tidy. Next up, as we get toward the end here, you gotta have Allen keys. These are a cheapo set. I also have a nicer set. I like to have two sets, one that travels with me and then another one that lives at the studio, because you never know where you're gonna have to tighten something up on a rig or adjust something. So gotta have these in your bag for sure. And then finally, we have Field Note and Moleskin notebooks. These are great because they can fit in a shirt pocket, your back pocket. You never know when you need to take a couple notes. On the Field Notes, you get actually a ruler on the side. So they're just great, taking a bunch of notes on this. I also have the Moleskin little planner. For whatever reason, I'm really analog when it comes to taking notes. So this is a great tool to have, and I prefer seeing things in a week layout. There's just so much going on. I like to have everything at a glance. And then on the other page, you have your area for notes, as well as a calendar and a bunch of other stuff. So really, really nice little tools, and you can pick these up between $5 and $10. You can get packs of 3 of the Field Notes. So all of this stuff is stuff that I really recommend you guys check out. It's not expensive. You can buy them in bulk or, you know, as you go. But when you don't have this stuff, you hurt. So having this really, really will help you be more efficient and safe on sets. I'll have links to everything we talked about today at DSLRvideoshooter.com below this video. Definitely check that out. If you like videos like this, check out DSLRvideoshooter.com. I have more tutorials and reviews over there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the site.